Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment, here to give my 2018-19 NBA playoff predictions when I go through the entire bracket, first round, second round, conference finals, and NBA finals. Now, as we progress from round to round, I will update my predictions as long as they're not doing this stupid junk they've been doing, where we have times where game 1 of the next series is before game 7 of the previous series. I hate when they do that. So if things are in order, you can expect me to make updated predictions as we go through this bracket. But today, let's go through the entire bracket. I'll be covering the NBA extensively following my college graduation as I become a full-time YouTuber during the summer. So let's get started with that now. Golden State Warriors versus the LA Clippers. That's the first series here in the Western Conference. Gotta go with Golden State to advance here. Can the Clippers win one game? Oh man, it's tough. I'll say they'll win one. I know Golden State dominates the LA Clippers, so even predicting this is tough, but I'll give the Clippers one measly game. We have the Houston Rockets versus the Utah Jazz. These two teams have been two of the better teams following the NBA All-Star break. Rockets being the second best team in the NBA following the All-Star break, and the Utah Jazz being the third. But who will win this matchup now? I gotta go with the Houston Rockets, man. I mean, remember, they started this season 11-14, and they still finished 4th seed in the Western Conference. Could have easily been 2nd. They've been on a tear since that horrible start. Gotta go with the Rockets, and I think they make pretty easy work here, honestly. I know the Jazz are formidable, but I think it's gonna be 5 games for the Houston Rockets. They get it done on their own floor. We have the Portland Trail Blazers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, and this one scares me. Now, the Blazers are still formidable. They've won 14 of their last 17 games, and a lot of that was without Jusuf Nurkic, if not all of it. But he still meant a lot to that team, and all of those wins, if you look at it, a lot of them weren't really impressive. They went on a tour to the Eastern Conference. Who cares about wins over there, right? So I wasn't too impressed by that stretch. The Thunder are streaky. I understand that. But they have the experience. Russell Westbrook is hungry. Paul George, he's dipped off a little bit since his incredible start to the season, but I still have faith in him. I love Steven Adams. I love Dennis Schroeder off the bench. Give me the Oklahoma City Thunder to advance here. It's going to be a 7-game series, and I will not sign an ESPN. It's going to be a 7-game series here, but I gotta go with OKC to pull it out in Portland. We have the Denver Nuggets versus the San Antonio Spurs for the next series here. A lot of people want to pick the Spurs to upset here, but the Spurs are not good on the road. They're 16-25 on the road, and they're facing the best home team in the NBA, and the Denver Nuggets, who are 34-7. I gotta go with the Denver Nuggets to advance here. I think it's still gonna be, why do you want me to sign in, ESPN? I don't want to sign in. Oh my goodness. So NBA.com really wanted me to sign in, so I signed in. Damn it. They won today. Alright, anyway, Denver Nuggets, I gotta go with them. They're such a good home team, and the Spurs are such a mediocre and really just bad road team to where I just don't buy that they're gonna beat Denver on their home court once during the 7-game series. Give me the Denver Nuggets. And how many games? You know what, it may be 6, really. I mean, I know people are really underestimating the Nuggets, but I think it could easily be 6, and I'm going to say 6. I don't think it even goes 7. I think the Nuggets make good work here. Moving back up, we have the conference semifinals, and this should be the conference finals. Damn it. We have the Golden State Warriors versus the Houston Rockets. Shame, shame, shame. We got 7 games here, people. I think the Rockets are just as good as last year, if not better. You heard me correct, if not better. Yes, the record last year was better than the record this year, but man, they are playing well. They're playing dangerous. They're hungry, and the Warriors are slacking. They think they can keep turning it on and off so easily. I'm not buying this. But I gotta go with the Golden State Warriors to win. Game 7 will be on their home floor, and that will make a difference here. If the roles were reversed, I may be making a different decision today. I know they have DeMarcus Cousins. Their roster is so stacked. But man, Cousins is not shooting well from 3. He's awful defensively. Harden's on a tear. Gordon's on a tear. Kenneth Faried is doing things for the Houston Rockets. Ultimately, I had to go Warriors, but look out for this series. These are the conference finals in the Western Conference. All right, then we have the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Denver Nuggets, and this is tough. This is tough here, but the Nuggets swept the Oklahoma City Thunder this season, so that makes it a lot easier. Okay, so although I do the Thunder winning round 1, I think their luck runs out round 2, and I have the Nuggets advancing here. And I think they'll get it done in 6 games, maybe even 5, honestly. I think people are underrating the Denver Nuggets for once. And then we have the conference finals, Golden State Warriors versus Denver Nuggets. And sorry, there's no chance here for the Denver Nuggets to advance. I got the Warriors winning this series and maybe a damn sweep. And in fact, I know this is shocking. This is odd, right? How can you barely pick the Warriors to beat the Rockets and have them sweeping the Nuggets? I think it's all about matchups. Welcome to the NBA playoffs. This is the way it works. I'm saying sweep. I say that they lose a game to the Clippers and they sweep the Nuggets. You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first. We have the Milwaukee Bucks, and now we're going to move to the Eastern Conference. Milwaukee Bucks against the Detroit Pistons. Detroit basketball returns to the playoffs, but will they be able to return to winning to the playoffs? Obviously not. Gotta go with the Milwaukee Bucks to win here. Will it be a sweep? We'll say yes. We have the Boston Celtics against the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers, right? They were able to put themselves so far ahead. They were far and away the 3rd seed before Victor Oladipo got hurt. Since then, they're below 500 and not saying something in the Eastern Conference. Unfortunately, they're still the 5th seed. They still have to go up against the Celtics, or maybe that's fortunate for them. I don't know. That's your choice to make. I got the Celtics winning this series, and I think even for the Celtics who are struggling, it should be a 5-game series. It should be easy, quick work for the Boston Celtics. With the Philadelphia 76ers against the Brooklyn Nets, and Colin Cowherd is of the belief that the 76ers are in trouble here. I'm not buying it, not a lick, okay? Mama gave me a lick, but I'm not buying this one. And I gotta go with the 76ers. They're pretty easily. I'm not sure they may drop a game here, to be honest with you, but I'll say they'll drop one. The Nets are able to win 1 game. They're just happy that they made it to the playoffs. They're done in terms of really trying that hard. Sixers have way too much talent, and Joel Embiid is healthy enough right now. And then we have the Toronto Raptors against the Orlando Magic. Wow, the Magic made the playoffs. That's surprising to me because Mo Bamba ain't doing much of anything. Neither is Jonathan Isaac. You know, they traded Oladipo, they traded Elfrid Payton away. I mean, who do they have? Nikola Vucevic? Is this the guy that's really carrying them? Aaron Gordon has improved. I like Aaron Gordon. And when he's doing it for, he is a good scorer, but nothing else. So, it's an interesting team. Welcome to the Eastern Conference, where a team like this can make the playoffs. In terms of this series, I gotta go with the Toronto Raptors, obviously, to win this series. Will it be a sweep? Honestly, it should be. I mean, it should just be a sweep and get him out of here. Alright, next round. Now, this is where things get exciting, where we will have disparaging opinions, differing opinions when it comes to these matchups. Can't wait for the Eastern Conference Semifinals and Conference Finals. This will probably be the fun of the playoffs. I mean, with the potential and probable matchups of Golden State and Houston, I have OKC Denver. Maybe you have, you know, Denver versus Portland. Whatever you have here is going to be fun. Both sides cannot wait for this part of the NBA playoffs. So we have Milwaukee versus Boston. Will Boston be able to turn it on? Will they be able to figure it out? In this round, Malcolm Brogdon will be working his way back. He's hopeful to make it back before, or at least entering this series. I don't care. I think even without him, the Milwaukee Bucks, they're just such a better and more cohesive team right now than the Boston Celtics. Kyrie Irving is not proving to be a great leader, still great in the clutch. I mean, he'll make you a game winner all day long, but making sure the game is close up until that point and through that point has been difficult for the Boston Celtics. They're still not working well as a team together, whereas the Bucks have been all season long, which is why they have the best record in the NBA. Give me the Milwaukee Bucks, but I do believe the Celtics will turn it on to a certain extent, and they're going to push the line. I got a 7-game series here. We have the 76ers versus the Toronto Raptors. And look, the Sixers have an incredible team on paper. Ben Simmons, JJ Redick, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid. I mean, that is a hell of a lineup, and maybe the best lineup in the NBA next to the Golden State Warriors. In fact, I will tell you that it is. But they're awful defensively. They're like 15th in terms of defensive efficiency, and I know this is not a defensive league, But the point is, you still have to be relatively better defensively than the teams you're facing. So yes, while every team in the NBA is allowing over 105 points per game, at least 102, you still don't want to allow 110, which is what the 76ers do, right? So I just can't pick the Sixers. They're too awful defensively. Simmons doesn't play defense. Redick certainly doesn't. But hope Tobias Harris doesn't. Butler does, but that's it. I gotta go with the Raptors to win here. They're the more cohesive team. They're the better team to me, and I got them winning in 6 games. I think they make decent work of the Philadelphia 76ers, and then we have the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Toronto Raptors. Now, this is one that I'm contemplating even right now as I make this video. This is the one that killed me when I was thinking of who I wanted to pick, who I've been thinking all year who I've been wanting to pick. This has been keeping me up at night. Oh my God, my mom has had to cry me to sleep, help me when I'm trying to sleep, to try to come up with who I'm gonna predict here. I mean, seriously, people, it's been traumatizing me. Today, okay, and this may change when the conference finals roll around. I may change my prediction after what I have seen. Today, okay, I gotta go with the Toronto Raptors. Now, the reason why, they have better depth, okay? Their depth is better. They have the veteran leadership of Kawhi Leonard, of Danny Green, and even Kyle Lowry. Although he loves to choke in the playoffs, at least he's been there a lot. The Milwaukee Bucks, they haven't been there, right? And even last year, they had a bad performance in the playoffs. Now, they're a much better team in the regular season. But Mike Budenholzer, whom I love, remember when he brought the Hawks? They were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, and they did nothing in that playoffs. Is Mike Budenholzer the guy in the playoffs? We haven't seen that. I think Giannis is going to be an absolute beast in this playoffs, solidifying himself as the #1, as the best player in the NBA, but fall just short to a team that was more complete than his today. Now, I may change that prediction when the conference finals roll around, but today that's what I have. And then finally, the NBA Finals, the Golden State Warriors versus the Toronto Raptors. And I think the Raptors will give the Warriors some problems here, but not enough problems here. I gotta go with the Golden State Warriors. And honestly, this may surprise some of you. I'm going to say 4-2 today. And if the NBA Finals roll around, I may feel differently. But I got the Golden State Warriors, of course. I mean, you still have Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson still shooting great. Stephen Curry now has his contact lenses in. Okay, he was blind, but now he can see. Okay, so look out for this, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Gotta go with the Golden State Warriors. So there you go. Those are my 2018-19 NBA playoff predictions. What are your predictions? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.